Harold, this first question is going to go to you, and then to Dennis, and then Kevin will be the order of questions here. This is a budget question, revenue question. The City of Columbia operates with an $18 million budget. In this budget, sales tax revenue makes up 1.3 of the annual revenue bracket this budget has. And unfortunately, this number is declining. Local businesses have lately banded together to sponsor the Think Monroe County First initiative to help reverse this trend. As mayor, what will you do during your term in office to help existing businesses survive through tough economic times and support new business growth in Columbia?
I'm glad you asked that. First of all, I'm not pro-tip, but I do believe in tax incentives can be purposed to business and certain solutions. I also like to start an exit plan to find out why businesses are moving out of Columbia and see if there's something that we can do to keep them here. And when businesses are moving out, maybe we can find out why they're moving and maybe give them some tax incentives to stay here. I also believe one of our big problems, we talk about growth, we talk about new buildings, but we got a big problem with Main Street, also the outskirts, marketplace, the old business store. We need to build these buildings, and maybe we should get some tax incentives to get people in there. As a business owner, I dealt with Columbia, and everybody wants to know, what's the problem? First of all, you got to work with your businesses. I did not ask for money, and a lot of people haven't, but working with Columbia is pretty hard. It was 90-day difference working with Mayoral County and the City of Columbia. I did have money down a lot at Kenny Stump's property, and basically, after it all went down after 7 or 8 months, I went to Kenny Stump and I told him, Kenny, you're going to have to get involved, or it's not going to happen. Like I said, I dealt with the county. It took me, I think it was 3 days to get my building permit down in the county, and actually, I never did get a building permit from Columbia, but it took me 8 months to even get close to the building inspector, and the building inspector was never in. So that's part of our problem. We've got to make these people accessible and make sure they're accountable on these jobs. You can hire everybody we want, but you've got to have hours at City Hall. You just can't come and go and say, please. And that's what's happening right now with a lot of things at City Hall. Somebody's got to be accountable. Got to be accountable to somebody. Right now, they're not accountable. That's part of our problem with their growth.
Thank you very much. Dennis?
Communities all over are losing about 10% of their sales tax revenue, and you need to understand what sales tax revenue is. All of the sales tax that's generated in Columbia gets sent to the state, and 1% comes back. That 1% equals $1,300,000 in Columbia. Now, Columbia has I talk about EAV, but I talk about real market value. All of the houses and buildings and everything in Columbia, we have a real market value of $1,300,000. We have a real value of $13 million as opposed to Waterloo, who has only about $550 million of total value. Now, why does Waterloo generate 20% more sales tax in Columbia? Waterloo generates $2 million in sales tax revenue. Columbia generates $1.3 million because Waterloo has a promote Waterloo policy. They go out and try to get businesses to Columbia to come into Waterloo, and Columbia needs to do that. We need to go out and find the businesses we want and go after them. A fast food restaurant will bring in about, their 1% will bring in about $10,000 to $20,000 to the City of Columbia. A sit-down restaurant will bring in that's busy, will bring in between $20,000 and $50,000 worth of revenue to the city on their 1%. Let's go out and aggressively pursue the things we want to bring back to Columbia.
All right, Kevin?
All right, thank you. Keeping businesses in town, we commissioned the Civic Progress Committee a few years back, and that was to focus on Main Street, to work with the Community and Economic Development Coordinator. That is our salesperson. He is out talking to businesses. He's going to trade shows. He is our voice that's working with businesses out throughout not only Illinois, but throughout the entire nation. We're working with the Illinois Tourism Bureau. We are out there trying to find businesses that are looking to relocate. This economic time, that is a huge struggle. When they do come in, we are working on ways to make it more turnkey. The Community and Economic Development Coordinator is holding hands. He's bringing those businesses through the process. He's working the process for them. So we have done numerous things, not only to bring businesses into town, but also to retain businesses. We have the revolving loan fund. We're using that currently to help businesses that are struggling in these times, or businesses that need help either retaining employees or expanding to bring on new employees. We have the facade program on Main Street. Quite a few businesses have already used it. There's money there for more businesses to dress up the front of their stores to make Main Street look better. We got a $350,000 grant that I want to thank Alderman Conrad and myself, and we worked with Representative Rice to secure that. We're hoping to get another $500,000 to enhance Main Street and bring more business here. We have been working very hard to bring new business to this town, to keep the existing businesses, and we will continue